Yo, what is good, my average friend? What is good, yo? This new show is popping off all the time, and this one might always come out a little bit later because of my work schedule, unless I'm on break or something like that. So we'll see how that plays out. But with this anime, it's definitely um, in a tough spot. Nonetheless, like to think you have to compete with some of the toughest and like some of the top shows out there right now, it's definitely kind of nutty. Going against ReZero and Promise Neverland, which both do ridiculously good when they're cast or like they're airing. So it's gonna be interesting to see how people are feeling about this show that's just gonna pop up, you know, on the background, in the back burner, I should say. Um, what we get pretty much in this is a king who supposedly does wrong by one of his retainers, or some kind of discussion is had between them, and for some reason, uh, whatever he wanted or whatever he expected the king to give him wasn't given, and because of this, it leads them to pretty much have a huge battle with this werewolf who easily, easily, I say, takes out like everybody. The weird part was it sounded. I don't think they knew that it was him who turned. Uh, like the brothers who show up a little bit later. I don't think they knew exactly who it was, or maybe they did because he was kind of like reaching out to this guy to like kind of speak. He's like, say something, like, why can't you hear me or something along those lines. And I think his name started with an F, but I thought that was the father's name, so I might be mistaken. It's been a minute since I watched it at work. I watched it at like 2 o'clock. It's like 7 now. So I apologize, my mind's a little bit foggy right now, but if they didn't know who it was, and if they find out that it was someone that, they were working with and he just like turned beast, that's messed up. But if they did know him and he turns into this werewolf, is it something known amongst everybody? Or is this like a power? Like, is this what, they use to get the edge over people? There's a lot of questions I have if the case is this is something they use. Like this is their way of pretty much evening, the battlefield, so to speak. So really, really interested in that regard. But if you guys are noticing an interesting little tidbit, is not only after the princess kind of she loses everything, right? Her father, her her status as princess, she's pretty much reduced to a boy who is just they're out of a bad situation. Parents died and here's the only place you can go type of deal. Um, so for me, it's kind of crazy to see her design and everybody's design like dramatically change over the time skips, which if there's a show that does time skips like right off the bat, you could probably guess that it's not going to go much longer than probably 1 or 2 seasons. Like usually, once they start time skipping and stuff, they kind of already have an idea what they want the character to be towards the end of it. Like for instance, this kid being in the same status as his father once he fought for the princess and fought forth his life against the werewolf band. So I really do like what the main character is giving off. He doesn't seem like arrogant, but he doesn't seem uh, like he understands he has really no chance against people now who are just way more capable of fighting in any type of situation. Having two people who are swordsmen coming at him while he's using an arrow, Mr. Roy, is putting on quite a show, so I'm interested to see what Roy plays out. Man has no chill, shooting people in the back with arrows and the 9 yards. So the show is interesting. Seeing that this kid lost his father and the brother shows up with the missing eye. Usually, the person who suffers a graver injury is the one that's gonna live. So once I saw this guy lose an eye and the other one got bit on the shoulder, I was like, oh no, I think we know who's gonna live. Like, of course, the guy with who lost an eye is gonna die or make it out because it's even a bigger wound than carrying just like some scar on your shoulder. So very very interesting stuff. I do like how the princess is now like some squire, and she's right there on the front lines, and no one still even knows seemingly besides the uncle. So definitely looking forward to seeing how the uncle's going to either explain it or kind of give everybody a heads up who's going to get the heads up, you know. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G. I'll definitely talk to you in the next one. Peace.